shoot it very raw. Don't let it look like it's overproduced. Like, use the phone, make it fall, make it look very raw and very TikTok friendly.
Welcome to Travel Matters, the official podcast of T-Bex. Here are your hosts, the radio vagabond Palabo and T-Bex CEO Rick Calvert.
Well, welcome back to Travel Matters. We're here live at T-Bex Europe 2023 in the Peloponnese region of Greece, Kalamata. And our guest is Itai Marshall. How are you, Itai?
Oh, I'm great. Second time in T-Bex. So exciting. Meeting new people, meeting people that I met before in Asia.
Thailand was your first T-Bex, yes?
First T-Bex and first experience in Thailand as a traveler.
How did you enjoy Phuket and Thailand?
Phuket itself, I guess it was the best city in Thailand that I visited in this particular trip. I also liked Bangkok, but something about Phuket was great. Also, you have the beaches and the city vibes and everything. Really liked it.
Great food.
Great food, great people.
Yeah.
Great place for a T-Bex convention. Also as Kalamata.
So this is your second time. What's your impression of T-Bex? What's T-Bex like to you?
What I think about T-Bex is really expanding my connections with people around the world that have similar hobbies and interests as I. And as a guy who lives in a specific country as Israel, coming out here and seeing more of the way that people are working in this kind of industry, which is like the same or parallel industry as I work in, but the way that they are having their experiences and their business models outside of my country, it's very inspiring and also very innovative to me.
So you're learning from the other attendees and speakers.
Yeah, I'm really here to learn a lot and to expand my connections. I remember last T-Bex I made friends that we kept in touch through social media that we met, and I used to follow them back after the T-Bex on Instagram, and seeing them now again and knowing what they've been through since the last time. Very, very fun.
So you made friends, obviously, in Phuket.
Yeah, it's actually making friends at the end.
Awesome. So, Itai, you're actually speaking at this T-Bex, and I'm going to read it here, creating the ultimate short-form video.
Yeah, this is one of my 2 sessions that I'm
you're also
out.
talking about TikTok, exactly.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for me. I'm really thankful for that. I remember that when I was on my first T-Bex as a participant, so I talked to people that more of the vast majority of people's in T-Bex, they have their own online blogs, and that's very traditional and very useful and very known. And my main platform is TikTok. So that was something new to people to hear about, that's my main platform which I post content on. And most of them haven't even used TikTok. And I got a lot of questions and interest. And then Shane said, you know what? Come to speak about it here. So I thought really thoroughly about the right type of content that I want to bring out to people that might start on TikTok or want to know more about it, and what's the actual benefits of using this platform to actually help you make your own digital asset that actually works even more and bring more people to know about it. And I think that TikTok is great as a way to entertain yourself as a content guy who want to see more videos, but at the end to know more about people and reach out to people that you wouldn't know about if you wouldn't see them on TikTok. So I want to help people expand their audiences on their own blogs to people that will know them from the first time, not from a Google search, but from an For You TikTok page.
Right, just browsing through TikTok and a video popped up, and that's how they discover you.
I can see that I know people, and I know about restaurants, and I know about podcasts for the first time because I saw them on a video on TikTok, because TikTok really knows how to know what are your best interests and show you the best content they can give you by people that you know, by the language that you speak, the place that you are, and the keywords that you are actually looking for.
The TikTok algorithm.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that, and also about how to actually think up of an idea and produce it as a short form video. If you have a blog post that you want to, that is pretty long, how to make it a video that can be interesting and then can make you also feel that you want to see the whole blog post because the video gave you a hint of what you can expect.
So, but a video that'll work on the TikTok platform,
Yeah.
and then might want you to entice somebody to want to see more in a more longer
Yeah,
form
because
later.
I think that as a short-form content creator, there are some methods that I embraced and I thought about that actually worked for me. And also as a TikTok expert that I do consultations and I do lectures about it, and I teach people, and then they use these methods, they do succeed. So I want to bring it to the people of T-Bex also, and to inspire them even like a little bit to know better how to think of the right idea or how to use the right tool to make their video get more engagement and more reachable, and for them to make it more accessible to try and post these type of videos.
So, Itai, how long have you been creating online travel content?
So I started at April 2020.
Okay.
It was like the start of COVID.
The beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, I used to be a writer on online magazines, more about lifestyle and entertainment. And I was a student as well at the same time that I was a writer in my university in Israel. And, COVID came right after I finished my my degree. And I would like to look for a job, and I couldn't. I stayed at home like everyone else. And then I thought about using TikTok to put myself out there on video because it's something that I always wanted. And I thought about the type of content that I used to write about. And then I said, let me speak about it. I'm not going to think about what's going on TikTok, what are the trends. I think about what I like to talk about and what I think that can interest people. And it went well. And I expanded the type of content that I would make during my time on TikTok, and I would put more things that are more personal and more life experiences, and this is where I started to add more traveling and fun, inspirational stuff about my life and about experience that I recommend, and I want to show people how I experience them, how I would rate places, how I would rate experiences. I would give some tips because people started to be interested in me in behalf of the content that I would put out.
I noticed that your badge says Marshall Media.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your team? Because I guess it is a team.
Yeah. Marshall Media was like the name that I thought about at the moment that I became kind of a business. I started to create content, and then I started to provide services, and I had to bring receipts. So you have to have a business name. So I said, okay, Marshall Media would be the name for my business. It's my name, of course. And the type of service that I do provide is creating content for other businesses. It was my first business model that I made after I started thinking that I know what I'm doing on TikTok for my own. Mm-hmm. So the type of people that I need with me, I started as a one-man show. And when I expanded, I took people that will help me edit videos, because if I have many clients and they need to have... I produce for them videos, so I need someone that will come with me to a production day on a set and will actually film the content and go back home and edit it, or I'll have some more advanced editings that I will use a specific video editor for that. But I need people with me on the field when I'm doing my work. What I keep for myself, or people want to get especially from Itai, is the vision, is the content strategy, is the ideas of how their brand or product should be looked at on the social platforms. And because TikTok was like the first thing that brought short-form content to be relevant, so Instagram brought the Reels and YouTube brought the Shorts. And because of that, bigger and much more businesses were interested in having this type of content on their content role on social media. So I guess I started with an editor, then I took a photographer, but I always need to put my hand on everything, because they need my eye, they need my insights of what's going on. Yeah. But the thing that I can say that helped me in business is also keeping the relationship with the client also very positive, and show them that I'm here for them. And this is why I would like to work with businesses that I can be the customer of them. Because then I actually care, and then I actually think of something very creative and fun that will show their business or product look nice and appealing to audiences.
Itai, just because sponsors like to know this, brands always like to know this, you have 200,000 plus followers on TikTok?
Yeah, I also have a verified page on TikTok. I can say that where I'm from, Israel is a small country. So if you are coming with something that is pretty new, on site, on the social media ground, so people notice that. And TikTok Israel, TikTok works all over the world. They reached out to me and they said, like, hey, we like your content because you're bringing something that is pretty educational and also makes people talk about it. You bring people to comment and to engage in our platform, and we want to showcase you as one of the official creators of TikTok in Israel. So there's like a team of creators from many types of niches that TikTok work with them. And they help me to help other big businesses in many industries in the country to promote themselves on TikTok.
What language are you doing it in? Is it in English or Hebrew? Or
I speak English and I do it in Hebrew. Yeah, these are the two languages that I speak.
So you do both?
Yes.
On two different channels?
So I can tell you that
because this is my world, because I'm a podcaster, and I started doing my podcast in Danish only. Then I switched to English. Then I did both for a long time, and now I do only in English. And so it's
right.
It's a choice.
So listen, I can say that my main language of all of my content is in Hebrew because I'm starting as a creator in my country, and I want to appeal to much more. My most close audience is potential audience, so that might be Hebrew. When I have 200,000 followers, there are like 85-90% are from Israel.
Right.
And Israel is a small country, but opportunities like T-Bex, second time that I'm here, I'm really thinking about making more content in English because I want to make new relationships with people here, and I want to keep them. And I want to encourage them no more. So I can say that even now, I opened a special Facebook group that is going to be in English. That I want people from T-Bex to join it, to bring them tips and to let them share their videos and to encourage them do what I do and help them do it successfully.
Itai, are you publishing content on other platforms too, or just TikTok?
So I can say that publishing content on TikTok helped me publish better content on other platforms. I used to have Facebook and Instagram before that, but it was like very personal, my friends, my family, whatever. I would post content just to show what I'm doing. And TikTok made me a content creator that people that do not know me are interested in what I have to say. So it encouraged me to show more of the things that I like and not the things that I'm doing as Itai. And what I'm doing as Itai Marshall, this blogger from TikTok. And I can say that now I always had this kind of dream to have a YouTube channel like many people have here, and it's very nice to see. But I had a really rough start on YouTube. Like, how to produce videos and how to upload them and how to make the algorithm even show your video to other people and to gain followers there. It was very overwhelming.
I noticed there's a lot of TikTok creators who had false starts on YouTube, but then when they went on TikTok, they just took off instantly. I
can say that because the production value on TikTok is kind of lower because you are encouraged to post from your phone, okay? You press the plus sign and then you start recording, and the aspect ratio is very personal. It's like the way you hold your phone. So like taking a selfie video or taking a video from like wherever you are, in your room, in the park, at the beach, wherever you are, it's very intimate. Yeah, but on YouTube you see all these guys, they might have a studio, people that I would look up to, that I want to be like him. He had a fancy camera, he had a nice setting, or he would travel in many cool places, and I said, I don't have it yet and I need my video to look better. So if you can, the point is that you can start with what you have, and people will actually determine if they are interested in your video, in what you have to say. And my first video really went well, so it encouraged me to do more of that. And now, because of TikTok and because of YouTube Shorts, I started to repurpose my videos from TikTok over YouTube, and I grew like 10,000 followers there. And now I have much more insights and much more motivation to actually come up with new YouTube or organic content, because now I have audiences that would be interested in viewing my new content there.
I've also heard people say that if it's too overproduced, a TikTok video or a reel, the audience might look too much like a commercial message, and is this advertising? Is too slick. I want it more real and authentic.
I can tell you something very interesting. I have an example. You know the company Wolt, food deliveries?
Yeah.
So I had a production day with them that I came as a creator to work out on a commercial with them. And what they said, that like the guidelines for this day is shoot it very raw. Don't let it look like it's overproduced.
Right.
Like use the phone, make it fall, make it look very raw.
Yeah.
And very like TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
So that was like very new to me. Like you are used that big brands are doing this slick production that are overproduced, and now they are looking to make their production like lower end looking. So I guess it is because people that are browsing on TikTok, they are expecting seeing videos that are very authentic.
Exactly.
So I think that you don't need to think of, I need to do it this way or that way. Do it the way that you are used to make videos. But it doesn't matter, because the content is what matters. The message that you want to provide, the value that you want to provide is higher than any other. You can see it. I have friends that are just filming videos from their car, and they're getting like hundreds and thousands of views. And I have this friend, he's really over complicating the edits and the camera and everything, and he's like, it's fine, but he gets 2,000 views, 3,000 views. So it doesn't determine the success of your content. So don't feel that you have to do it in a certain way. Just think of the value that you want to provide, how you want people to think after or act after they watch your video. And if you have that intent, it will help your video succeed.
What do you want people to feel, right?
Yeah. Would you want them to try this tip, or you want them to laugh and share to a friend? If you have this true intent, it will help you succeed.
Originally TikTok music was the core of TikTok, right? With people doing lip syncing and different types of music videos. Do you do a lot of music with your TikTok videos?
So what you are mentioning now, it was like the DNA of the Musical.ly app, which was the prototype of TikTok.
Yeah.
And when TikTok did the shift from Musical.ly to TikTok, it looked like the same as Musical.ly. There were people like really not adults. I mean teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And really, they would call musers. Like you say in TikTok,
YouTube,
user,
a muser.
A muser, because they were using Musical.ly. And the thing on Musical.ly, it should have appealed to teenagers, because they would show them kind of a trend and follow the trend to create the content. Use this sound and do this dance and do this lip sync, and it looked very appealing to younger audiences. And when TikTok came up, the shift to become like an entertainment, educational platform as it is kind of now, it had rough bumps, because older people, even like me, I remember I was in the States in 2019 before COVID, and I would see people using TikTok. And I said, okay, I would download that, because that's like a new thing. And I'm a social media enthusiast. I always want to know what's trending, what's new. And I downloaded TikTok, and I had no sense what I can do there. I remember I was in San Francisco, and I wanted to show a vlog of my day. So I made a video on TikTok, and I posted it on Instagram just to show my friends what I'm doing in the States. I never thought about it as a content platform that I can reach out to new people. So because of COVID, I came back to TikTok. I said, well, I saw YouTubers and bloggers that would say at the end of the video, check my new page on TikTok. And I'm like, man, what do you have to do on TikTok? I mean, everyone are dancing and doing lip syncs. You are a fashion blogger. You're a travel blogger. What's going on? And then I changed. And when it changed, because I saw a video of like a guy who summarized a video that is 15 minutes long on YouTube, and he made it 30 seconds long on TikTok. And at the end, he gave like these 5 tips. But on YouTube, he expands on these 5 tips. But the value was the same. And then I said, okay, I get it. I can bring myself, I can bring my interests, but just to do it on this platform. And it succeeded. So nowadays, don't think that you have to do these musical trends. It still exists.
Yes.
TikTok is still huge about music, and it's just being improved, and it helps artists to showcase their new music and let them, blow up. It happens every
But you also get,
week.
the music memes, or there's a
it's
little
still out
GIF
there.
meme.
It's like, I guess it's a mix. But even like the music memes and all these like kind of musically type of content, it also evolved. It became more smarter, more funnier,
Sophisticated. Yeah.
Sophisticated. Yeah, it has more like a punch to it than before.
My daughter is like kind of my TikTok mentor.
Yeah.
And she mentioned at some point, if there's a trending sound, put it on the video and say, but I want my own podcast music in there. Yeah, but then just turn the volume down.
Okay, that's like a cool trick.
But does it work?
I'll tell you what. When something is trending on TikTok, people always ask me, how can I recognize a trend on TikTok? And I tell them, listen, you have to do the observation. You can't as a creator, it's more important to post and produce, but it's also important to view, to absorb, to know what's new. And if you're going to scroll on TikTok for 10 minutes and you're going to see a type of sound that you hear like 3 times in a row, that's a trend. So you might know that why it's a trend, because someone took this sound and took this type of meme and mixed it together, and it appealed to someone, and he's popular, so another popular guy made it, and then it became the reach for this kind of trend became very, very wide. And then other people are inspired to do what they see. They follow a trend. So when people see a trend, they are interested as a viewer to see how Rick this type of trend and how you did this type of trend. And the curiosity when the trend is pretty new is high. And people will watch the video because they know it's a new trend. But after a week or two, when they saw like dozens of people doing this trend, okay, another one, let's skip it. And then a trend dies. So don't do
the life is short.
The life is short. What's good about trend, that it can give you an amount of reach or exposures, which is not guaranteed, but it can help you get an exposure for amount of time that the trend is hot. And then the point is that you can do a type of trend for your podcast, then people will see your page for the first time because of the trend. But what you would like to do is people to go over to your page and see your actual value, actual content,
right,
and might engage or find interest in that.
Right.
And this is what I'm telling in my session tomorrow.
Who are some of your favorite TikTokers that you follow?
There are TikTokers in the States that I really like. Okay, I see content from around the world. I'm really inspired from food bloggers that like to review fast food in their car.
Do you know Keith Lee?
Keith Lee, yeah. Keith Lee, I know him. I like Stefan Johnson. He's kind of a voiceover guy, and he likes to review snacks and, the foods we all love to indulge. And it's very appealing to all audiences. And I like to get some inspiration from people around the world and see how I can do my own interpretation in Hebrew and in Israel, because if there are like certain snacks that are popular in the States, I can look like at the certain snacks in Israel and do similar content about it, but it's going to be my opinion from my country, in my type of jargon that I speak about things. And I also like people who are self-motivation, like self-improvement. Okay, there are a lot of them that I like to be inspired by them and to give some inspiration from my own. And I really like people who are doing skits that are very talented as like actors, acting TikToks.
Anyone that's specifically travel TikTokers?
Yeah, travel TikTok that I really like is Martin. I met him on
Martin
TikTok.
Solhagen.
Yeah, he became one of my favorite travel bloggers, and he has content all around TikTok and YouTube, and I really recommend watching his stuff because he knows how to utilize trends to his travel content blogs.
So meeting him here at T-Bex is like meeting Mick Jagger.
Yeah, but I can say that in Israel there are very two popular travel bloggers that can appeal to people around the world. One of them is Amit Bacho. He likes to show places that are like hidden gems. And he likes to show how to get there, where to park your car, and what to do specifically when you're there. It's very useful.
Practical, useful
Yeah,
tips.
I like to see practical things that actually will show me where to park my car. These are videos that are performing really well.
Itai, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
And how do I find your TikTok channel or your different channels?
Itai Marshall. ITAIMARSHALL on all platforms.
On all platforms, and I'll make sure that the link is in the episode notes for this episode.
Thank you so much. Great
One
pleasure.
last question. What's your favorite thing
more.
about...
He always has one more.
Sure.
I'm on a roll now, Pally.
Here I am.
What's your favorite thing about T-Bex?
The combination between education and travel. Okay, that one day I'm on a trip and the second day I'm in a session in our talk. It's very fun. It's like there's a good balance between it. And I guess for anyone who haven't experienced T-Bex, they should really think about that you're gonna get so much value, so much new insights and information for your business or blog, but you're going to experience some travel places and eat food and for the first time ever.
You get some great content for your site, I'm sure, for your TikTok
it's like so
channel.
all over the place. So the combination between the education and the business and pleasure.
And meeting people. Of course.
The best combination in the best way possible.
Thank you, Itai.
Thank you again, Itai. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Good luck in your session.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Travel Matters, the official podcast of T-Bex. This episode of Travel Matters was hosted by T-Bex CEO Rick Calvert and Radio Vagabond Palabo, and produced by radioguru.co.uk. See more about upcoming T-Bex events on tbexcon.com. You can follow Palabo on theradiovagabond.com.